What's going on, buddy? Solieka here, and guess what I got? I got some receipts. And I do want to say thank you to a special somebody, and you know who you are because you're the one that sent me. I'm not going to put your name out there because I'm not really sure. I don't want any repercussions coming your way. But what they did send me were some receipts from February of this year until August of this year. I have done a records request for her entire career as a mayor. So I'm trying to get those records. I still haven't received anything back from them, and that's been ongoing for like a week or two now. Probably a little bit longer, but somewhere around there. But anyway, after I did that video asking for if you could do a records request, somebody sent me this, and I especially thank you for doing this. So, getting into this what I'm actually reading, and we've seen some of the illegitimate spending in certain places, but we don't really realize the extent of it because we don't see all of the receipts, and that's what I have, and that's what we're about to go over. And yeah, it's just crazy. So, first one we're going to talk about is in February 2nd of 2023. We've got Keith Freeman. He is the village administrator, I believe. TIFFANY HENYARD. She is going to be the mayor, and Fenya Dukes. She's part of, I'm guessing, part of that whole the council. Not these people are not part of the board of trustees. These are people that are on the board that basically are, if you're not with the mayor, you're out. But anyway, we've got, nothing really too crazy here. An airline ticket somewhere, $528, and then one for $582. Not sure why the one for $582 is different from the others, but okay, whatever. But then it gets really wonky. You see all these $19 charges, you see the $66 charges, you see the $92 charges, the $48 charges, and $24 charges. These are all others. These are them on the airplane getting special services or something to that effect. Doesn't specify what it is, it just says others. And that's probably another few $100s. They got travel guard, $146. While they're on the flight, in flight, $135, $145, or no, $135, $45, and $45. For what? Who knows? $512 at Walmart. Circle K, they were frequently probably getting snacks, and then they wanted to go to dinner. Tokyo Japanese Steakhouse, $197. And then we've got the bridge crossing. This was a donation. If you don't know what the bridge crossing is, the bridge crossing is like an MLK event. This is, and mind you, this is all going on in the month of March, and so they're taking this walk across this famous bridge that MLK walked over, and they gave a $1,000 donation. After that, they went over to the Juicy Crab and had some dinner at the Juicy Crab for $200. Then they get back on the flight. You see these $45 in-flight charges, don't know what they're for. We see a $150 in-flight charge, don't know what that's for. $35 in-flight charge, don't know what that's for. Then we go to their rent-a-car, okay? Rent-a-car, $914 and $546. This is for two vehicles. Then they were at the JNN 5 Points restaurant for $136. And then, they have to have somewhere to stay, right? Okay, let's see where they wanted to stay. Oh, they stayed at the Fairfield Inn in Birmingham, Alabama. Oh, for three people. Okay, I see $959 for three right there. And mind you, they're staying for 5 days. Okay. That makes sense, maybe. You divide that, roughly about $200 a day. But then it gets really weird, because then there's another three charges for 902, 902, and 350. But I thought there was only 3 people staying at this hotel with them. So I'm guessing somebody else was staying. I don't know. We will never know. I just can see the spending. And as you can see, they were allowed $600 a day for 5 days. That's $3,000. And then you say about per employee, that was $280. And that was $560. So for $3,600, that's what they were allowed to spend. But they racked up a bill of $15,000. Just completely insane. And this is just the first beginning. So then we go on to their Washington D.C. trip. We've got Keith Freeman, Tiffany Henyard, and Maria Malero. We can see all their plane tickets. You know, it seems like they weren't even staying in the same. They didn't even get the same tickets. Then you've got all these in-flight, charges. National League of Cities. Basically, what that is in a nutshell is it's an organization that gets all these cities together, all these cities, counties, towns, municipalities. They get them together to sit there and talk how they can make their cities better, I guess. So that's where she's trying to justify this. Like I said, we've got the League of Cities for $775 2 times, so that was $1,550. Let's see. Uber, we got the pre-check TSA, that was $200. They stayed at the Yardbird Southern. They had a bunch of they had some taxis, some Ubers. Oh, they ate at the Capitol Burger for $154. I'm guessing the Delegate is going to be another restaurant, I'm guessing. I'm not really sure. Bus Boys and Poets. We've got the Grill District in Virginia, $140. Bobby's Van Steakhouse. Ooh, we got the taste for steak tonight, huh? $409. And they all stayed at the Courtyard at Marriott for 4 days. And roughly one person stayed in $1,600 for 4 days. That's $400 a night. And the other 2, they stayed for $2,215, $2,262. And when you break that down for 4 nights, just under $550 a night, or just over, maybe just over $550 a night. Now that sounds like a pretty nice hotel room you got there for $550 a night. Probably downtown DC, right there, looking over the monument. Sounds like a good time. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Now we're getting on to their Springfield trip. Oh, mind you, and they were only supposed to spend roughly $3,000. They spent $14,000. They go to Illinois. They stay at the Baymont Wyndham for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 6 nights. They stayed at the Wyndham Springfield for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5 nights. It doesn't. I'm guessing it's 5 employees. 5 employees went, so that's why there's 5 room charges. Ate at Popeyes, Texas Roadhouse, Lucan's on the 4th, DoubleTree. They stayed at the DoubleTree, or somebody did, for $1,300. Not sure who that is. I can only guess that's probably the mayor. Oh wow! And this is the one that everybody was talking about. This is the Las Vegas. And there was a lot of them that went on this trip. There was Keith Freeman, Tiffany Henyard, Darlene Everett, Jerry Jones, Stan Brown, Fenya Dukes, Maria Morello, Darlene Everett. I don't know why she. Oh, that's their extra surcharges. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 of them went on this trip. Keith Freeman and Tiffany Henyard, they both spent $3,741 on their plane tickets. where Darlene spent $861.30. Like, you can see all these charges, and it's just insane that they would spend this amount of money. Oh, they decided to take a little scooter trip around Vegas 2 different times for a total of roughly, I'd say $600-700. Ooh, that's a nice one. Ruth Chris. If you don't know who Ruth Chris is, holy cow, that's a really nice steakhouse. Oh, let's just go. I think I said 5 people, right? Yep, 5 people. Ruth Chris. They all spent $110, $115 each at Ruth Chris, roughly, for a total of $571.86. They went to the Hot and Juicy Crab. They spent almost $400. They went to, let's see, they went to the MGM Casino and spent $400. Or no, let me see here. No, they only spent $13.18 at the MGM. They spent $303 at the friggin' Bubba Gump. They bought some Pepsis. They stayed at the PH Lodging, and I'll put that up on the screen of what that is. But $897, $897, $2,885. So, like I said, 5 people. 3 of them stayed at $900 for the 5 days. And then the other 2 stayed for almost $3,000 for the 5 days. And that's roughly $600 a day. And the other people stayed for just over $100 and change, $140 a day. Oh, Jesus. And people were wondering why the town, or why the Board of Trustees will not sign off on any more spending. Like, this is gonna be a part 2. There's gonna be a part 2, and I'm gonna go over the second half of this because it's already gotten a little long. But what people need to understand is this mayor thinks that the bank account is just a open bank account for her to just spend whatever she wants. She can stay wherever she wants. She can spend as much as she wants. And if you notice, they have allowances per day. They don't just get to go there and spend all the money they want. They have to provide documentation of why they're doing it. And if they want to take a scooter ride, if they want to go to a nice restaurant, if that's not within your allowances for the day, you can't spend it. And she's doing that. And obviously she's going so far beyond of what she's allowed. I mean, she's spending anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 more than what she is supposed to. And then on top of it, you have to understand the median income for this town is only $20,000. Most everybody in this town makes $20,000 or either less. Some probably make some more, but there's a lot of people that only make about $20,000 there. And just in these couple, in a 3-month period, she has spent 3 times the amount of money that they make on an average income in that town. And if you don't think that this is insane, please leave your comment below and tell me, justify what she's doing. Because I personally, I couldn't see the justification. I can see some of the plane tickets to go someplace to try to help, maybe bring tourism to your town or learn what another town is doing. I can get some of that. But to stay at a hotel for $600 a night or $400 a night or $200 a night, I mean, I think that's a bit extravagant. Going to fine dining restaurants and spending $600 to $700 on a dinner for 5 people seems like they got a taste of the good life, and they're like, it's not our money, it's the taxpayers. And I can't get behind it. And I hope that this lady goes to jail for a long time, or she gets something. I hope something where she either gets out of this office or ends up in jail, one of the two, because We already know that she's already been arrested for breaking into cars in 2016. But hey, you know, criminals, they seem to stay criminals a lot of times, and that's what she's doing. Is she's still being that criminal by stealing the taxpayers' money and trying to justify that, you don't know, you don't show me the receipts. Well, here's some more receipts. And I hope it makes you very, very happy. So don't forget, hit that like, share, and that subscribe button. Stay tuned. Part 2 will come out tomorrow or the next day, because I've got to go over a lot more through all of this, because it's just, and I need to give them a call to say, where's the rest of my records? So special thanks to the person that sent me this. You know who you are. I just don't want to put you in jeopardy of any retaliation, but I thank you. If you have any more, you're more than welcome to send it to me. And yeah, let's just keep exposing this woman. And I'm out. Solo Yecker. Deuce.